Today we're going to be trying out the new Demon Codex, and today I'm going to be trying out my favourite beloved Khorne Deamonkin. I'm going to be going with a battalion and also going to be going with a Supreme Command detachment. So rocking in with the battalion, I'm going to be going with 3 squads of bloodletters, 1 squad of 20 and 2 squads of 10. Not quite the Khorne's number of 8. In for the HQ, I'm going to be going in with 1 Bloodthirster of the Bloodthirster of Wrath, and then the other one of the Rage. And then for the elite spot, for fast, we're going to be going in with the Bloodhounds. So we've got 2 squads of 10, 1 squad of 11. And then for the elite, I'm going to be going in with the Skull Takers, Blood Crushers. Heavy, we're going to be going in with a Skull Cannon, see how that plays out. And then for my Supreme Commandment, we're going in with Karnak, the Skull Taker, and a Blood Herald. With all the units, I've given them all the upgrades. So we've given them the icons and we've given them the horn. So hopefully, if I do lose any troops, when I roll for that morale check, if I get a 1, they're going to be coming back onto the table, and +1 to charge, which I'm hoping, being a close combat army, it would make a massive great difference. And then Warlord trait, I'm going to roll off for it, just leave it into the luck of the gods. And then for the artifact, I'm going to be going with the Armorous Khorne, and that's going to be going on to my Bloodthirster with the bigger axe. So let's move over to my opponent and let's see what he's taking to the battle.
Hello, and this is 2,000 points of Black Legion. It's a battalion detachment, giving me 6 command points, and a baden gives 2. So let's kick this off. I've got 3 squads of Chaos Space Marines. They're 5-man strong, each with a plasma gun. That champion has a power sword and a combi plasma. I've got a unit of Terminators. There's a chain fist in there, and they've all got combi bolters. All the rest have power axes. I've got 2 heavy support choices of Obliterators. They've got the keyword Slanesh, so I could fire them twice. It's pretty good. I've got a Mauler Fiend with Lasher Tendrils as my 3rd heavy support choice. There's 2 Hellbrutes there, each with a fist and a twin las cannon. I've got a Hellforged Leviathan Dreadnought with the Butcher Cannon and the Siege Claw. And then we've got a Baden himself. And then I've got a little sorcerer with a jump pack, and he has got the Eye of Tzeentch, so it gives +1 to his smite roll. So let's see how this does.
Okay, so the battle has been set up, the table's all ready to go. We're going to go with the Scouring out of the main rulebook. 6 objectives, 1 objective is worth 1 point, which is randomly determined, which at the moment it is just placed there. The other 2 point worth objective markers, we've got 1 here, 1 in the centre, 1 over there, and then 1 there. And the superior objective, which is worth 6, is just over here. We've set up we're going with mission type, board type.
It's Frontline Assault.
Frontline Assault, which is 6 inches in, 9 from the centre. As you can see, the Khorne Deamonkin have gone from the back, and the Black Legion are set up onto the other side. It's going to be an awesome game. Let's roll off, my friend, and let's see who is going to go first. So Tristan is going to got the +1. 1 and 2. That's you, Tristan. Would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first. Why not?
Okay, I think that sounds good. At the end of the Black Legion's movement, all they've done is just Tristan's just moved them back, just pulled them away from the Deamonkin, or not, should I say, the actual Khorne Demons themselves. Let's go into shooting, and I think I've got a bit of pain on the way. So we've had a few cheeky bolter shots going off onto the first Bloodthirster. Have lost the wound. But we're now going into some las cannon shooting from the Hellbrutes.
So Hellbrute 1, 2 shots, 1 hits, 3's to wound, and that's a wound.
So with the Khorne armour, need a 4 up.
Loves it.
Cool.
Next las cannon, 2 shots, 2 hits, and 3's to wound.
So 1 wound. Oh,
Can't reroll it.
no, takes a wound. Oh, wait,
So,
it doesn't take the wound, it takes the
D6.
D6.
Takes 6 wounds.
So that's putting him up to 7 wounds now. So let's pop that there.
And the butcher cannon from the Leviathan, same target. So hitting on 3s because he moved. You normally hit on 2s. Wow, that was horrendous.
That was
And it's strength 8, so 3's to wound.
so 3. What's the damage on these?
It's 2 damage apiece and it's -1, so it's
Minus
a 3
1.
up save.
Cool. -1 damage.
2 damage apiece.
2 damage apiece, and no minuses.
It's
to these?
-1.
-1, so it's got to be a 4-up save because they're save of 3+. So it takes 2 more damage. Starting to get painful.
Well, he's got 4 up invuln. Oh no, yeah, because it would have been 4 drops it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll adjust that in a sec. And then, is there any more shooting from there?
No, that's it.
Cool. So let's go into the demon's turn. See how it plays out. So the Khorne Deamkin, end of its movement phase. I've just advanced everything I can up the board, and I've also brought in the 2 units I used, 3 command points in to bring in 2 units. So the Skull Taker and a squad of 20 Bloodletters. Just going to summon them in 9 inches away from his horrible squad, plasma squad there. And for the love of money, I've forgotten the name of this unit, and I use 2 or 3 of them myself. How embarrassing is that?
Oh,
the Maulafine. It's been a long weekend and names are passing me by, but so far I'm hoping I'm putting the fear of God into these Chaos Space Marines. Let's go into shooting. So as you can imagine, from a Khorne army, not much shooting went on. The only thing it did shoot was the Skull Cannon. I thought I'd give a cheeky little pop at the Hellbrute. Did get 2 off, only wounded him once, and like a boss, he saved it with no issues whatsoever. So let's move over to going for charging. So we're going to have a go at the Bloodletters here, and I think we're going to go for a cheeky multi-charge onto the Chaos Space Marines and onto the Maulafine. So we know we're 9 inches away. Tristan, any Overwatch?
Yes, bolt guns.
I don't think you want to do that, do you?
Absolutely.
Nice of some. Hopefully, you should be able to survive.
Nope, none.
No 6s?
Nope.
Okay, let's see if I can get in there. On a 10, should be in there.
Yeah.
Cool. Just left a little bit of a gap for the Skull Taker to get in. Got to roll a 10 for him. I needed it the other way around. Let's go to combat. Okay, so we're going to go with the Khorne Bloodletters going into the troops first of all. So, let's see what we get. So hitting on 2s because of the buff from
Being 20 strong.
being 20 strong. Forgetting my own rules. So let's move those out the way. And then +1 strength.
So 3s.
So that's 4 wounds. And being a sword,
-3. So 6 up saves on the Marines.
yeah.
4.
Yeah, 4.
4 go down.
And then we're going to go for the rest of them going on to the Mauler, so we work out to be 20 attacks.
20 attacks.
Here we go. Trying to do it so we can get it all on camera. So hitting on 2s again, so 1's missing. I just think last edition
Good roll.
wouldn't have happened. Would it?
5s.
Yeah.
No, 5s.
Here we go.
Good rolling.
That was really good. There's so many 6s there. So that's 2, that's 5, 6, 7 invans.
Five ups. Not a 1. So he's taken 7 wounds.
So 7 D3.
No D3 damage.
So just for the 1 damage. So 7 wounds gone.
So it's half health.
Cool, cool, cool. And then he attacks back.
So aspiring champion, 3 attacks, got 2 attacks base, 1 with the chainsword. They all hit. What's your toughness?
Toughness 3.
So 3s. 1 wound, sir.
Very lucky on this.
Loves it. So the Mauler Fiend, I'm going to pop a stratagem and let him reroll to hit and to wound. Go for the demon bulge. Yeah, could be fun. So reroll those.
4 hits.
And 2s. Reroll that wound. So
3 saves.
yeah, 3 invuns.
Here we go. So 2 dead.
And then I get a further 6 from the Lasher Tendrils.
So we'll take that one. Let's take that one. So we'll do swap you.
So Lasher Tendrils, hit on 4s. All those misses. They all hit. Winning on 3s, we're rolling. So that's 5 further inbounds, please.
5 inbounds.
Yes.
That's not good for me. So going for the morale check. Lost 7. I'm leadership 7. 4. So that's 4 more perish. This is where do I use a command point and be brave, but then that could go totally in the opposite direction. Khorne doesn't favour the weak. No, I'm going to be a chicken. I'm going to leave it as that. So 4 more drop. Only of us 6 inches closer. Oh please, yeah, no, miles off. Shouldn't have took the other back one off. So 4 more perish. And then for Tristan. Oh.
Loves it.
Shrugs it off like a good one.
Just.
Cool. So at the end of that, didn't manage to kill any units at all. I was maybe I should have put more into the Chaos Space Marines, but in the same time I couldn't leave that Mauler Fiend getting any chance of striking into me. So let's move into the Chaos Space Marines turn, and let's see how Tristan teaches me a new trick. So end of movement for the Black Legion. Abaddon has made his mark. He's now put himself down, and he's putting himself up a little blockade of Terminators and from the Obliterators, trying to stop me coming through to all the meaty parts behind. Now, there was one mistake we did make on the previous turn when it comes to the attacks. I did forget about the extra bonus they get. So when they attack, they do meant to get an extra 1 attack and +1 strength. But I'm a big, strong believer on Fog of War. We've now gone into movement phase, so we will not be going back onto that. But it is a lesson for myself to learn for the next round of combat. Well, obviously not for them, but for the next lot that do charge in. So hopefully I get to learn from my mistakes and implement that on the next round of combat that I charge in, if I get a chance to charge anything in. So going from Psychic, we had some horrible... Tristan's managed to pull off all his Psychic spells. Smite from the Sorcerer into the dogs. So I've lost the wound onto the dogs. He's also Death-Hexed one of the squads of dogs as well. So he's removed my own vans. And he used a command point to use an extra Psychic spell. And he's gone for Warp Type. So now the Terminators are barking up on my door, which is not what I want. So we're going to go into shooting. So which unit's going to shoot first, my friend?
Abaddon is going to fire at the unit of Death-Hexed.
Cool.
So it's 4 shots. Hitting on 2s.
So all hit.
Arm strength 4, toughness 4. So 4s. 1 goes through at -1.
Alright.
Loves it.
We're good.
Is that just his save?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's going to be one of the dogs gone. Because he does have a 6-up save with no... So the Death-Hexed giving him the 5-up invan, but the 6-up save, I wouldn't have got a save, even though I got a 6, which would have been bloody awesome. So that's one of the dogs dead from Abaddon.
Okay. Hellbrute's going to fire at this Bloodthirster. 2 shots. 2 hits. 3's to wound. 1 wound goes through. So 1 invan, please, sir.
On a 5.
Loves it. Next Hellbrute's going to do exactly the same thing. Reroll the hit from Abaddon within 6 inches. That's a miss. 3's to wound. That's not a wound.
Right, let's... Here we go.
That looks like... No.
I
So D6, 5 wounds caused. Okay. Right, so these guys... so he's going to fire his Hellflamers at them, and the Butcher Cannon at that.
Yes.
So I need 8 shots. Hitting on 3s because he moved. He is within 6 of Abaddon, so reroll the 2s. And 3s to wound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 at -1.
Just grab some dice in. So 4-ups. Oh. So 2 damage apiece. So it's been 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Is he in that unit?
So we got 2, 4, 6, 8.
So this is that's that unit. Death-Hexed.
Oh, because we lost one as well. Yeah. So 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From
So
there.
Hellflames on them. So that's 5. Strength 5 -1.
So freeze.
4 go through. They're 2 damage apiece as well.
Ouch. So that's 2 damage apiece. So that's 4 doggies.
Is that 4 dogs dead?
Yeah, 2 damage apiece.
Yep.
That's 4 doggies dead.
Yes.
That Death-Hexed was the right.
Power.
Yeah, it's causing me some grief.
Bolt pistons then, close combat. Doesn't hit. Okay. So the red is the plasma. Red and purple are plasmas. Into the dogs.
Cool.
Doesn't have heat because it didn't supercharge. And that is the toughness 4.
Yes.
So 3 wounds, please, sir. One of them is -3 to the plasma.
Well, the Death-Hexed, that's going to be killing. Just 1 damage.
Bolter's 2 saves, so you get 2
Yep.
and then the plasma's 1 damage.
So 2 6-ups, nothing. So that's 1 done. And how much on the plasma?
It's -3, but 1 damage because I didn't.
Let's pop 1 wound onto you.
And I'll do the same with that unit into them.
Mm-hmm.
This time the red is the plasma because I've only got 1. I don't think I can see one. No, I can't. Roll the hits for Abaddon. So their hits, they should be things as well. Only 2 hit because I advanced. No, no wounds. Okay, now the obliterators. Okay. Which is the more dangerous one? How was he taken?
9 wounds off 1.
And he's taken...
He's taken 11.
Okay. I'll fire this unit into him. So it's... 1, 2... Right, so they are strength 6. They're strength 8. -1. 3 damage.
Cool.
So 3's to hit. Rerolling these. It's only -1. 3's to wound. Whee! So 5 saves at -1. So 4 up.
Onto
Him.
Onto him. Oh, 3 damage apiece.
6 damage caused.
Leaves me on. 1 wound.
Fuck. That's horrendous. Okay, and I'm going to fire the next unit at that one. So they are strength 9. -3. 2 damage.
Ouch.
Cool. Toughness 7. And he's still freeze.
Still freeze.
Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. So it's -2, so it's 5 ups.
Cool.
But he's got a 4 up inbound.
This one's got the 4 up inbound with the relic armor. So how many?
So that is 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 4 ups.
Okay, 6, 7. Come on, gods! I need you to be in my corner. And it's 2 damage apiece, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8. 1 wound left on him, isn't it?
Fuck.
Oh, isn't? No, I was.
How many?
Yes, 1 wound left on there. So
On
9
both of
wounds.
them?
Yes.
So how far can they move on 1 wound?
Not very far.
3 inches?
I'll double check on that. 6 inches.
Okay.
But he is now, to the weapon skill, is now 4+, so he's now having to hit you on.
Still
4.
fucking decent.
Yes, but only 2 attacks. So the attacks characteristics start going down as well.
Pardon me.
Which I ain't gonna lie, I'm a bit upset about that. But they can still do some damage.
Okay, so I'm going to do these 3 into him and those 3 into him. Bolters.
Okay, yeah.
They're just bolters. I think I'm out of my 6-inch range, aren't I? I don't know what the unit is.
That's all you need.
And 5s.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3. 3 3 for up saves.
No pressure. On
No
this one,
pressure,
yeah?
son. Yeah.
Yes!
Like a boss!
He's in there on one.
And he's out rapid fire, so I get 4 with him, 2. Roll that. And 5s. 1 save, sir. Come on. You're okay.
No pressure. No pressure.
1 free up.
There you go. Oh, they are just in there with the skin of their teeth. That's so painful.
Now, do I spend a stratagem and fire a las cannon again at the next closest target?
Ooh.
On one of these, so it didn't move.
Next closest target is the dogs.
Because I can't fire at him again. And do I do Endless Cacophony on one of these again?
Ooh.
Oh!
Very, very cheeky going on here.
I think...
Now, the cacophony would be awesome because then that's a free round shooting their filth. Does that still keep to the same profile or does the profile change?
All it does is...
What means you have to re-roll the profile again or is it...
You just get to shoot them again, so you have to do the profile again.
Ah, okay. Hopefully it's more in your favour.
So I'm going to Endless Cacophony them on that one, I think. So I spend 2 command points, so it puts me down to 4. So they are strength 6, 7, 8. -2, 2 damage. So 1, 2, 3. That's right. So on this guy.
Damn, you're bad at buffing these people up.
Oh, it's great, isn't he? He's not the War Master for nothing. 3s. Ooh. 9.
That
is horrendous.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Was that dirty?
I think that's gonna be a struggle. 9 wounds.
You have to pass them all.
Oh,
so it goes
that's
over.
2. Yeah.
1, 2, 3 goes over by 3. So. Oh, does he blow up?
No, doesn't blow up.
I thought demons do.
No blowing uppers.
Big monstrous creatures do, don't they?
Yeah, but no, he doesn't blow up, my friend.
Doesn't he?
No.
That's all right then.
Thankfully, he doesn't blow up.
The nids do, don't they?
Yes, but I think we should, for this game, I think we should need to incorporate one thing.
Is that still filming?
Yes.
Okay.
I think we need to incorporate one thing. On a 2 up, he comes back.
Go on then.
I'm joking. Let's move into close combat. For the combat, the Terminators have progressed forward and they've multi-charged into my Herald and to the first squad of dogs. And I think I'm also going to do a heroic intervention from Karnak, possibly into the Terminators if I can be cheeky enough to pull it off. But let's go into combat and hopefully the Terminators don't do too much damage into my dogs. Okay, so we're going to start rolling for hits now into combat.
Okay, so I'm going to spend a command point. Veterans of the Long War gives me +1 to my wound roll.
Cool.
So command points there. Give me 3 left. These are power axes into, so
Still going into the dogs with no invuln save.
yeah. So how many dogs have we got left?
So we should have 4 more doggies left in there.
Okay. So 3 are going to attack the dogs, and those 3 are going to attack him.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, yeah, 3 are going to attack the dogs, and those 3 are going to attack him. Yeah. So 3. So hit you on 3s. winning on twos now. It's 4 at -2.
So I've got no save against that because I've got no death hex. And how many damage each?
1 damage each.
Oh, is it just one?
Yeah.
Okay, so
One's already taken one.
yes. So take that one and
That's
that
only
one.
one. That'll be one more, and then one more is wounded.
Yes. So then we just move that wound over, isn't it? Which will pop it onto. So 2, 3.
Okay, so the colour dice of the champion was chain fist, and the rest are the axes onto him.
Cool.
Twos.
He's toughness 4 on this one.
So the axe has been +1, so 3s, and now it's +1 because the veteran's the long one. So they are 2 damage apiece for chain fist, and then 1 damage each.
Okay. Let's do the 1 damage each first. Come on. So there's 2 wounds so far. And then, come on, we need some big rolls here. Let's not lose them so fast. That's 3 damage, wasn't it?
Yep.
And that is him dead.
Okay.
With only 4 wounds. And then my attack's back.
Am I still in base with any of the dogs?
You're in. No, you're not.
Okay, fine. Because I was going to spend 3 command points and do Fury Khorne attack again. But since I can't really do anything, I'm not going to bother.
Okay, no worries.
Would have been good though.
That's a bit naughty, isn't it?
Good.
That's very, very good.
3 command points though. It's pricey but good.
I think we'll hold back. Yes, because I can't pile in. That's you. I mean your thing. Okay. Go into Khorne's turn. So how many did I lose that round? You used the 2 command points just to auto pass them. So
okay.
just leaving that one.
Had one dude on his own.
2, 4, 6, 8. So there should be 2 in there still. So him and him left. Cool.
Okay.
Okay, so after movement, Skulltaker's moved in towards the Morphine. Bloodthirst is now dragging himself across the ground with only 1 wound left. He's going to have a go at the Leviathan while he still can. The dogs have pulled themselves around, so they've pulled. One squad have pulled themselves around here. I don't know, debating whether to go for the Blitz, try to stop them next round, or whether I just dig into the back onto the Terminators. But with the blood slaughterers, kind of hoping they could do something. I guess we can only wait until combat. We've got no Herald in there anymore, which is a shame, because that would give them the +1 strength. I don't think it really make much difference on the Terminators. But we're going to go in with the combat festival. So the 2 profiles for the shooting off the Bloodthirster onto the Leviathan. Got to go with the frail. So which is one hit and a strength. So does it hit? It hits. Okay, so it is. So it is strength 8. So I'm going to need 4s now. So I got a 6. Hopefully you can see that on the camera. I think you can just about. And then it's -3 damage.
Okay. In fun?
Yeah.
Whey!
So
thanks.
what does he get?
SN6.
If I get it on there, SN6. So those SN dice seem to be really, really good for those 6s. Oh, god damn yeah. Okay, so now we're going to go with the Skull Cannon, which is hiding itself back here. And I think what we're going to do, we're going to do D6 shots onto the Leviathan for 1. I'm going to command dice that. For 3. Was it worth a command point? Not sure. Okay, so freeze, all hit. And then 4s. Okay, so there's 2 more saves. Okay, so now for the saves. Oh, he shrugs it off, doesn't care. Double 5, that is the save that he needs. So let's go for combat. We're going to go with the Bloodthirster. It's going to try to... I tell you what I'm going to do for Tristan. The Bloodhounds are going to try and charge the Leviathan first. I think that's probably going to be the best way forward, trying to suck up some of the firepower.
Okay, sure. Right, so the Flamers, 2d6. So that's 7. Threes. So 5.
5 saves on the doggies.
-1.
Just going to be the 5 up in ban now. So I do fail it 3 times. That's a doggy and a wound.
That's 3 dogs dead at 2 damage apiece.
Ouch, yes, of course.
Yeah, Hellflamers loves it.
Now I should know this because I do use him in my Thousand Suns army. So I should know this like the back of my hand.
And the Butcher Cannon, hitting on 6s. Am I within 6 of a baton still? I think I am.
So we're going for the rerolls, eh?
That's 1 hit. Just 1 hit. 2's to wound. There you go.
Here we go. So there's another wound. And that is 2 damage.
Yep.
So those little puppies are dying quite quick. Quite painful. Right, so after that, let's make sure we can charge. Which we do on a 10.
Into him?
Into him.
From him?
No, this is for the
dogs.
The dogs are charging
okay.
first of all, so
fine.
what we're going to do, I'm going to pop you.
Cheeky. You've learned well.
Yes, sir. And then, okay, so now I need to roll big for the Bloodthirster. I was at all been for nothing. Here we go.
7 inches. Let's have a look. I think you're in. On the nose. Let's have some fun with that.
Right, and then the Skull Taker is going to charge in down on the Morphine down here. 5, we are in. Okay. So a couple of cheeky hero interventions. The Sorcerer's got the jump pack, so he's jumped over his own models, and the Baden's squeezed himself over. Do you know what? It is what it is. We may lose a couple of doggies, but let's just try now pull this back with the Bloodthirster. Let's try smash Tristan in with the axe. Just got to hit him. That's what I don't seem to be doing at the moment, is the hitting part. But I will remember this time though, we will be getting those extra benefits from the demons going into that unit, which is cool. So we'll go in first of all with the... Let's go in with the Bloodthirster first. So let's position the camera so it's more in the better.
I'm not in the shot, am I?
No, you're fine, mate. You're fine. Okay, so let's go with the rolling for the Bloodthirster first of all. Now the only problem is, because he's only got 1 wound left, it does mean that he's now only got 2 attacks each, which is quite painful. Let's go for it. So +3. So it's going to be 3. So 2's to hit you first of all. So we've got 2 hits, +3. So it's going to be needing to wound you on 3s. So 2 wounds. Now this is -4, so it's going to be putting you into your invuln, and it does d6 damage each.
What's his strength?
His strength is strength 7 at the moment, but with the axe, it's extra +3.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
So 3's the wound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2 wounds.
So 2 4-up invulnerables.
Yep. Being the beast they are.
So 1 goes through.
Okay, let's get for a nice big number.
2. It's bigger than 1.
It's better than 1, yeah. So just 2 damage on for that, and then we'll go for the. We're gonna go with the hounds. So the hounds now will go onto him as well. Okay, so there's still one more attack to go from the Bloodthirster. So before I forget, I've just got to add on the Unstoppable Ferocity, which allows me to, because of charge, that does give me the +1 to hit him. Sorry, +1 strength and +1 extra attack. So let's just roll that extra attack for 2 hits, for 6. That's what we need.
Okay, cool.
And
Loves
he
it.
shrugs it off.
Thank you, Steve and Nick.
Okay, let's go on to the hounds. So how many hounds we got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 hounds. Okay, so now going into, for the dogs, going into Leviathan as well. So just a few attacks. So freeze. That wasn't too bad at all. Nope, that's 1 there. Five.
Strength 5. Strength 4.
Strength 4 +1 on the charge.
So, yeah, 5s. Yeah.
And
No minuses.
no minuses.
So is that?
So 5 normal 2-up saves.
There you go. 1 goes through.
1's better than none.
Yeah.
So
So he's taken 1, 2 from the Bloodthirster, or 3 from the Bloodthirster. None.
no. He
Past them and past. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go into the Skull Taker, now into the Mauler. So 4 basic, +1 for the charge, for his ferocity. Okay, so 2's to hit, 1 misses. And just re-roll that 1, because I get a re-roll failed ones. Re-roll fold. Spit my words out. I get to re-roll my failed hits and to wounds. So let's now go for the wound. So toughness 7, and I need 5s, and that's nothing. But I do get to re-roll my wounds. But you're not a character,
No.
so I don't get none of that at all. That's terrible. So we're going to now, that's all the charging units done. So what I'm going to go for now is my next units to attack. And I think what I'm going to do, tough decision, I'm going to go with the Blood Slaughterers first, being over here. So 7 going into the Terminators. Okay, so let's go in for the attacks of the Blood Crushers. Here we go. So freeze to hit. There's a few
Rolling.
missings, nothing major. Okay. Just need those lucky rolls again. So needing 4s. Okay.
Base.
So I just need, so it's freeze as well. So we've got another 2 there. So three, 6, 9, 10. 10 saves.
-3. very good. You've done very well there. So 1, 2, 3, 4 terminators, a wound, and 1 passes.
Thank God on that. So there is some light behind the tunnel. Okay, so Tristan's next unit to attack back. So who's going to be going for your...
So can anything else from here attack me?
So Khorne...
He could, they can't, I don't think.
No, because you've taken him out. I can only advance it,
Yeah.
pull in 3 inches. So I think you've taken him now out of the combat.
Okay, I think I'll go with, because they can still attack, can't they?
Yes, they can still attack.
I'm going to go with the Maul Fiend, I think.
So
I've only got 2 attacks now. So.
Okay.
So I've got 2 attacks. I think I'm going to put the 2 strong ones on him.
Yep.
And I'm going to try and... Actually, I'm not going to go all on him. What's his invan? 5 up?
5 up in van and
Okay, so
3 up save.
Oh, okay, tell you what. I'm going to put the 2 fists on him and the wibbly tendrils on these. So
Yeah,
2
cool.
attacks from him. So I'm still hitting on 4s with a reroll from the Strategian from Demon Forge that I've just popped. So 1 hit and it's 1 wound there on a 3. It's -3, 3 damage. Loves it. So the Lasher Tendrils now get 6 additional attacks. Hitting on 4s with the reroll from Demon Forge. And he is strength 4 now because he's re-hurt. So 4s with the reroll.
So 4 saves.
So 4 saves, yeah, -2, 2 damage.
Okay. It's just 3 dead.
3 dead. Yeah.
Just had a tournament just playing Zinch, getting that habit of 4 up in vans, and now being chucked to 5 up is kind of chucking me a little bit. So I'm guessing my next attack back would be, let's go with Khorne over there. I'm probably saying his name wrong. Let's go with him attacking onto the turn. So one thing we've got to do on the Blood Crushers before we go any further, which Tristan has pointed out to myself, the Blood Crushers have also got some extra attacks from the actual beasts themselves. So let's just start pointing them up. How many you've got left attacked on those? So it should be 3 attacks each. So start gathering up the dice and then we'll go rolling for those. So let's go in with some rolling. Well, there's a few. That's not too bad. Quite happy with that. So technical glitch with the camera on that part, but what we do get is, unfortunately Tristan did fail all his saves on the Terminators, so it does mean now the Terminators are no longer in my threat range. So let's move on to the next lot of stuff that's going to be hitting, which I'm guessing is either going to be a Baden or the Sorcerer. We've just done 1 roll of attacks off camera because that wasn't needed, but we did manage to take 1 more wound off the Morphine over there. Another 2 more wounds off the Morphine, so we say. So Levy, this is going to be the big one.
Okay, so hitting on 2s. Wonderful.
You want these on the dogs, don't you?
No, absolutely not. I mean, I can get wounds back. And then, so I'm strength 8, so times 2 at strength 16.
So 2s.
Toughness, so 2s. So 2 go through, 2 fail, of course they do.
Alright. No pressure, eh?
Mulched.
He's gone. But maybe I was hoping for a little bit more from him.
And on a 5 up, do I get a wound back? He ate your soul, I want to get a wound back, yes. Let's put that on.
Cool.
Wonderful.
So, end of combat. Baden being the beast that the Baden is. And I don't know if I've shown you this cool conversion already, but we'll get some pictures towards the end. He's an absolute beast. Kicks butt for the Lord and actually pushes the dogs into the ground. So leaving no puppies left, that does mean he can now advance forward, which I think is going to hurt next turn. Okay, so end of Tristan's turn. So movement wise, he's done a little bit of advancing up. So we've got the guys moving over towards there. I have managed to kill off the rest of the bloodletters surrounding the Morphine. Morphine backed off. The blood Soul Taker has just lost 2 wounds, and then the Obliterators over here and the everything else just open fire upon my Blood Crushers, which they are no longer floating around, unfortunately. They are now all gone. I do have 3 bloodletters there still surviving, but however I have lost quite a few. Got to roll now for morale, see what happens.
Blinked out reality.
Blinked out reality. Gutting. So it's not leaving me much on the table. Let's move into my turn and see what happens. So, combat-wise, the Black Legion have decided they've taken their mark and chosen to go for the Taker of Skulls. However, he will be living up to his name, I'm hoping, and he will be taking 5 new skulls at the end of this round. So, Tristan, you're attacking first.
Do it. So, and the champion's got 2. The sword. Okay. So I'm going to spend a command point so I can reroll to hit with everything.
Ooh.
Okay. So that's called. What's that called? Black Crusaders or something. It's really good. So reroll those. So 2 wounds there, so 2 saves.
2 saves, a 3 up.
Yep.
Oh, 1 wound. So there's on 1 wound left.
And the champion.
Actually, do you know what? I'm going to command point that for a save.
No.
Right, my attack's back. Okay, so 4 attacks back. So 3 go through. So 3 wounds, Trist.
3 saves.
3 saves. Well, that's a good point. It is -3 damage.
So 6 up save.
And 3 damage apiece. Not that it means anything to yourself at this point.
2 dead.
Awesome. Cool. So, end of the Black Legion and their Black Crusade, trying to win over the Khorne, and so far they are just absolutely tramping me into the ground, and I am struggling to come back. So moving into Khorne's turn 3. I'm not sure how I'm going to pull this back, but I'm hoping we can do something. So end of movement for Khorne. Karnax decided to pull himself back, so roll to see how much he advanced. So I've moved 15. Skull Taker's calling his doggy back for a little protection. The only thing is I can definitely see him getting shot to pieces next turn. So shooting wise, the Skull Taker over here is going to start popping some shots into the Mauler. See what he gets. So 3 shots. Hitting on 3s because I've not moved. And now I need 3s. Strength 8 against toughness 7.
Yeah.
Only 1. What do we get?
Demon save.
He shrugs it off like a true champ. Ouch, that is going to hurt. Okay, so let's go into combat. Combat wise, the Bloodletters are going to try and charge into our 3 little Space Marines lying on its own. So let me see how far we are away from the Sorcerer, whether or not we could do that as well. So what we're going to do, we just worked out that it's 10 to him, but because I've got the +1 to charge, the charge range, we are going to go, so it makes it 9. So I'm going to multi-charge. I'm going to try and go for the Sorcerer and for those as well at the same time. So, Overwatch.
A bolt pistol. No, it's a 5.
Nope. Okay. Big numbers.
5 and a
8. 1 command point left. Let's waste that last command point. I've used all my command points up now, haven't I? I've rolled 1 earlier for the saves, so yeah, there's not 2. I'm sure I've used all my command points up.
Oh, you used 2 to also pass the leadership.
So can't command point it. So it's just going to be a case of just going to be charging into those. So let's go and move those. Okay, so what bloodletters are going to attack into the troops. Skull Taker pushed them down 1, so hitting on 2s. So I've got a feeling they may be dead on this. There we go. So 6s pushes it up 2. So they're 2 damage apiece. Which really don't make any difference at all.
And your strength 5 or 6, so 3's to wound. So how many is that then?
So it's 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 saves.
Oh. 6s. No.
Yeah.
Oh, let's come for the ride.
Cool.
2 hit. 1 wound.
No
D3,
save.
not that it matters. So 1 is dead.
Let's take him.
Here's your dice.
So at the end of that game, at the end of that turn, sorry. So we're going to do some pile-ins. After the end of that combat, just pulled the Skull Taker in 3 inches closer into the Morphine. Does put him back into combat again. Not it's going to really make much difference for the next bit. And the rest of them are just pretty much piled in around the Sorcerer. However, what it does mean, unfortunately, it does only leave that as the target to shoot. But then you have got the Skull Cannon set at the back. That is another target for Tristan to shoot. And there is a hell of a lot of guns over in his back line. I don't think I've got enough models left or enough luck to dodge that amount of shots. So, end of movement for Abaddon and his Black Brothers from the Black Legion. The Morphine has decided he's going to back himself up. Everything else is starting to advance themselves forward. Also for mention that the Sorcerer didn't fancy his bets with the Khorne Taker of Skulls. Maybe seen too many of his brothers been taken out, but that Mighty Blade, so he's also decided to chicken out and back off. However, it's not a stupid move, because at the end of the day, he's pulled himself closer to the primary objective, the one that's worth the most amount of points. And to be fair, that's probably the better thing to go for. So going into shooting, Psychic Phase is over. Karnak's managed to stop the smite going off, but he didn't manage to save his brothers in arms, and is unfortunately now Death X is off on the bloodletters, which means they don't have an infun, so that's going to be very painful in shooting. So shooting starting over here. So we've got 1 Hellbrute shooting into the vehicle.
Only 1 hit. No wounds.
So he's a lucky little lad there so far.
Same one into him. 2 shots. 1 hit. Same roll, and that goes through into a infun save.
Onto him, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Which we do make.
He loves it. And then the obliterators are going to fire at him.
This little mountain, a collection of dice stashed away in his pocket.
Great. So these advanced, so I'm hitting on 4s.
Cool.
Assault weapons. Oh, sorry. What strength are they? They are strength 8. 1 -1, and then 1 damage. Okay. let's remove those misses. I think they're all hits. So you tough a 7. 3's the wound. That is 3. At -1.
That is 2 wounds gone through. So we just had a bolt gun, managed to get through on Karnak, which is now putting him down to 5 wounds. So, which one are we going for first?
Butcher cannon into the skull cannon, hitting on 3's with a reroll from Abaddon.
Not bad rolling Tex.
Lovely.
So all hits.
It's strength 8, you're toughness 7, so 3's. And that's all wound. That's 7 wounds. So
Saves. Ouch. That's dead.
What's the armor on it?
The arm, it's got 7 wounds. So 5 left, 2 damage apiece. That's dead.
Okay.
Can't save that. 5 up in bun. So 4 up save, push it onto a 5.
Oh, okay.
So unfortunately it is 100% dead as a doornail.
Not that it matters.
Doesn't blow up, thankfully, for my poor little doggies. Not that I don't think it would have mattered. But let's go on to the next lot of shooting.
Okay.
So what we got coming up next?
Obliterator's here. So we are strength 7. 2 -2 AP and 2 damage apiece. That's 4, 8. Okay, so hitting on 3's. Baden is still within 6 of them. So that's that, and then 2's. No, sorry, 3's. 4 saves.
What's this on?
Bloodletters, sorry.
They won't get no saves because you've death hexed them. Because you've got -1. Which put me on
strength 1 and -2.
Yeah, -2. Sorry. So, how many was that for?
Yes.
So take you, and you away from the mix.
And a bolt pistol from a sorcerer into the same target. Hit.
Cheeky.
And it wounds. Double 6.
All right. We need. No, one more. Let's take you. So one more gone from the mix.
That, sir, is my shooting phase.
Any combat going on?
I'll try and charge with him into that.
Don't think you're going to miss, but let's go for a double 1, please, Tris.
It's a 5 and a 2.
Yeah, I think you're definitely in there.
Ouch.
So let's hope you fluff your attacks.
So hitting on 2's with a reroll from Mr. Abaddon and 2's again.
Okay, so we need some serious good rolls going on here. No, he's dead as a doornail as well. Unfortunately, the amount of damage he's going to pump out, 4 damage each. Yeah,
-4.
I only need to fail 2 of those to get squashed, and unfortunately I failed all of them, which kind of sucked a little bit. So at the end of that turn, any advancing going on?
Towards the closest enemy would be here, so I'll go 3 that way.
That Leviathan is an absolute beast. Okay, so at the end of Tristan's turn 4, just going through everything, I don't think it's realistically not going to be able to pull this off unless the dice was extremely in my favour. If I manage to get lucky, take off his Librarian with the Skull Taker. Now he's already taken my Warlord, so he's already 2 points up from that. First strike, slay the Warlord. He will get Line Breaker for points 3, and then he'll have 1, 2, 3, so that would be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. as I would get 6, possibly 8, 9 with line breaker, so could go for it, but realistically I don't think I'm going to survive all those shooting attacks that's going to be coming my way, so it's going to be virtually impossible for what I've got. All we'll be doing is just stretching this on. So what we'll do, we'll go into the next bit where we just wrap up what we thought worked well. Let's go from there.
Well, what can I say? What an awesome game that was.
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie, at the beginning I kind of had in my head I kind of thought I had that in the bag.
So did I. I thought you had that in the bag.
Yes, a couple of schoolboy errors straight away at the beginning, especially forgetting about the fact that when they charge they get the +1 attack, the +1 strength. Could have changed the game at the beginning, but after things started opening up and shooting, and then this little trickster pulling out all his little dirty tricks with the
stratagems.
Yeah, do you know what? That was awesome. I like that. That made me open my eyes up and I saw some new little...
There's some good synergies in there. The
Really
firing
good.
twice on obliterates on a Slanesh marked unit. Khorne unit, like my Terminators, potentially fighting twice, like Khorne Berserkers can.
That's really
It's
good.
dangerous. I mean, it's expensive command point wise, but it's dangerous.
But if you built your army up so you had more command points,
Yeah.
potentially,
Like a brigade. Yeah.
that's really cool.
Mhm.
Really, really cool. Or even what about a cheap battalion? 2 squads of maybe cultists, or even better still,
Yes, you could do a cheap.
cheeky, maybe 2 squads of brimstones.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause they're
you could have
cheap.
those in, Yeah.
They're not, they're not going to be going with the changeling or anything like that.
No.
But you got 2 squads of 3 squads of brimstones,
Yeah.
just capturing your backline objectives,
Mhm.
and then 2 cheap. What could you do with 2 cheap HQ choices?
Heralds. I don't really know demons too well. I don't know what will go well with them, but
I think maybe 2 heralds just as a cheeky little back end scorer,
what, to buff my force up with more command points.
just for the command points, just so you can get those extra.
It's an interesting point.
It's cheeky.
Yeah.
But if you was going to Gibraltar and to those tournaments, you wouldn't be able to get away with that.
No, you've got single faction only, of course. Although
So-
you can include, if you have Chaos Spacemen, you can have demons as long as it's all the same mark. You can do
of
that.
course, yes.
And if you're unmarked like Black Legion, you can have a marked unit of demons. So that's alright.
That's not a bad shout, is it?
Yeah, exactly. So,
Cheek way of getting some cheeky command.
what
extra
was
command
your
points.
style unit then, Darren?
Do you know? I'm gonna go with this Skull Taker on this, only because he did stand up, and I was kind of a bit overconfident that he was going to get some skulls at the end, and he did Khorne well. He done him proud, and I think he did take your captain's skull home for his own little.
Yeah,
his own little keepsake.
absolutely. He chewed through a couple of my units, as expected.
Didn't play the army the way I should have played
Hey,
it.
look, it was a practice game, really.
That's it.
You hadn't played the Khorne Deamons in this edition yet.
And what a great way to learn.
Yeah, exactly.
What a great way to learn. The second unit for myself, I would go with we'll go with the Juggernauts of Khorne.
Mhm.
Should have played them totally different. You'll start seeing some more, hopefully get some more battles with the Khorne Demonkin. I shouldn't really keep calling them Demonkin because they're not Demonkin anymore.
They are.
In a way they are. But I do want to make these work, so I'm going to try different little things, try to make these a little bit stronger, a little bit better for the tournament scene. So I would really love to go back into the tournament scene, going with Khorne, just a pure Khorne Demon army. Whether that means I have to mix in some other, maybe Chaos Space Marines to make it work, or even just other stuff from the Chaos Demon Codex. At the moment, just playing with, because the Codex has just come out, what a great chance to play it. But just having a look to see what other units I need now to purchase to make this army pop. And I can see some real potentials with that making it pop.
It's great the way your army sort of moved forward as a big wave and it charged forward, and the way you can deep strike demon units. But I think you need some fire support. You need something to back line, sit at the back, give you some covering fire on the way in. I think
so you got the I've forgotten what it's called already.
Leviathan.
No, not the Leviathan. The Skull Crusher.
Yeah.
Not the Skull Crusher, the,
Skull Cannon. Yeah, a couple of those would be good.
And they're not expensive.
No.
They're not expensive in points. 48-inch range, strength 8.
It's decent. It's decent.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Hitting on 3s. If you move, you're going to get the penalty 1, so you're going to be hitting on 4s.
Mm-hmm.
D6 damage. D6 hits. That's a really good little model. So maybe a couple of those stuck in the back line
Yeah.
could make that really cool. Just get the first blood and just try to weaken up things, so when the time you do get there, hopefully some of the bigger things that are causing a threat, you would take them off the board. So I'm guessing yourself, Tristan?
My star unit, I didn't want to pick them, but it's got to be. I took two units of obliterators, and I put the keyword Slanesh on them, so it gives me the opportunity to use the Strategian Fire twice. Endless Cacophony.
Yeah.
It was really good. You know, I think it's 24 shots for 2 units, and it goes to 36 shots if one unit fires twice with the re-rolls to hit.
See, that was really cool.
So yeah, it's quite a nice little strategy. You know, you can either deploy them on the board or deep strike them in. So you've got the ability to land behind enemy lines and really mess up someone's day.
And that really did. It did knock me for 6. Just as soon as they dropped down, the amount of shots they popped out, the fact that you death hex as well on the dogs, taking that in run save out, that was straight away, no saves against that. Just taking them off, that really did hurt myself, because you were rolling really hot on there.
On the damage and AP, yeah. I mean, yes, it's bad if you roll badly with the obliterate. I mean, it's still good.
Still a lot of shots though.
There's still a lot of shots, and they are auto cannons at the end of the day. They're very worst, so it's still not too bad.
And of course, the main man being Abaddon himself with all the extra buffs.
I mean, the reroll to hit, like any chapter master that you'd expect, gives everyone reroll with a 6-inch. The 12-inch bubble of Fearless though for all Black Legion, that is good. That is good.
Really, really cool.
Yeah,
that is really good.
Your force isn't going anywhere anytime soon, as long as he's around.
It's awesome, and an absolute gorgeous conversion, may I say. That's
Thank you.
I think it's probably the best conversion I've seen of Abaddon for quite a long time. So yeah, hats off to you.
You flatter me, sir. You flatter me.
Good. No, you've done a really good job on that, sir. And I will be stealing that idea.
Please do.
Because that is, really, really tasty model. And you've done a really good paint job on that as well. So, yeah,
Thanks.
Well done on that.
It's still a work in progress, but I've got to add the cape and a few little bits and bobs. But yeah, he's almost there.
No, it's cool. You've done a really good job. But yeah, so guys, as always, if you can help us out by liking and subscribing, we'd really, really appreciate it. If you do like what you see, again, please hit the like and subscribe. We really do appreciate all the support. And thanks again for taking the time to watch us. And also you can find us on Facebook and on Instagram. But on that note, Tristan, thanks for a great game.
Ta. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, guys.
Ta.